They stealing your phones. They stealing your phones, people. Well, there's some organized crime, especially in London, when it comes to thieving people's cell phones. And the majority of these stolen phones are going to China. The reason being, there's a market for them. Yes, basically it's risen from about 20,000 stolen phones in 2020, roughly around the time, to 2024, where it's 80,000 phones stolen. That's a markup. And 75% of them are in London. Stolen phones, that is. This follows, which is interesting to me, after they got rid of about 1,000 cops in London. It's increased since then. Not the greatest with math, but less cops means it's easier to commit more crimes because there's less people watching the people, or the people know this and they feel more confident stealing things, and then when they realize they can steal more things, then it's like, yeah, there's less cops in the street, so there's a market for it. Now, I know there's loads of people today in the world of liberals that say, well, communism is better than capitalism. It's just so much better. But all these people still stay in capitalist countries, don't they? Well, this ties into why the phones are going there in the first place. There's a demand for the phones from London anyway, or phones in the UK in general. Well, because China's not too particular, or not too happy with freedom of speech. Basically, there is none. And there's such a high demand for some kind of freedom of speech that people are willing to buy phones from the UK that have been stolen and sent there because they circumvent the restrictions on freedom of speech in China. Isn't that fascinating that in a communist country, the one thing that people desire probably, well, I wouldn't say the most, but clearly there's a market for it, and people really desire to be able to speak freely in the country they're in. So much so that they will buy stolen phones from a country where there is freedom of speech. But, as we all know, we don't know how long that's going to last over here, though. Speaking of people that speak freely, Greta Thunberg tried it again. I thought it was a joke. I didn't even think it was real. So I'm like, she's not doing this again, is she? Well, her and I don't know, 60, 70... a bunch of people that got more time than money went on a boat to deliver, get this, a whopping 2 tons of food to the Gaza Strip. Yeah, a whole 2 tons. They're going to save the day and stop the Israeli regime. I'm just saying. Well, what was it, rice? Was it bread? Oh, no. 2 tons of food. How many people were they expecting to feed? Come on, there's got to be a publicity stunt. Come on, man. This can't be real. Do they actually think people were taking them seriously? And then they made all these claims saying they did this and that. And Greta was like, I don't even want to talk about what they did to me. It was so bad. Because what's more important is getting this 2 tons of food to Gaza Strip. Right. Okay. We believe you. I just think, yeah, some people got more money than sense. And on that note, y'all take care.